Hey everybody, and welcome back to this week's Ritual Motions RMTV's weekly download. As always, I'm your host, Dana Paul, and I have with me Jamie. Jamie, how's everything going this week?
Everything's going well, Dana. How about you?
Everything is going great, Jamie. So Jamie, just quickly, what do you have that we'll be chatting about later?
So we got some League of Legends news, a little bit in the NBA, and hockey's making its way into the esports world.
That's great. We also have Jamie, Angela, who you know is one of our house designers. Angela's going to come on and talk about everything from Playing for Pride and Varsity Votes design. And speaking of Varsity Votes, Jamie, I know we're really excited. We announced it last week with that, and I think there's a lot of cool things going on with it.
I couldn't agree more. I think it's starting to come along very nicely. We have around 15 teams we're just waiting upon confirmation, so that's going to be huge. But if you don't have a team, don't be afraid. You still can do the individual tournament as well.
Yeah, so Jamie, with the teams, just so everyone knows, that can be a team of up to 5 people? Is that what we're doing?
Correct. So it's going to be up to teams of 5. They'll compete one team versus another. And then that will be done over the course of the week. And as long as they do their matchups, whoever the winner is, they'll progress. So it would kind of almost have like the March Madness feel to it.
Yeah, and then we'll lead up in that into the September 19th, which we're coming down. We'll have like the Final Four for that day, right?
Correct. Yep, the Final Four will play the 19th for the championship.
You know, and that's going to be interesting. So this year, what team is going to rise at the top and kind of get the crown of varsity vote team, collegiate team?
The first annual Varsity Votes champion. It's going to be a lot of fun to see.
Yeah, and it is great. So right now, Jamie, we do have our Smash GG page set up. So if you go on Smash GG, you can register. You can register to vote as a team. You can register to vote as an individual. And Jamie, you know, we already have the pot. It's already at $500. So it's already starting.
That's awesome. And we have some really cool sponsors with HyperX as well.
Yeah, I think between HyperX, which they really stepped up for us for Playing for Pride. They're going to be doing the same thing with Varsity Votes and the pot, like right now at 500. We know the pot's going to get larger. Mm-hmm. We know with Playing for Pride, Jamie, we had 1,200 people participate, and we're hoping to crush that for Varsity Votes.
I can't wait to see the outcome, and I think we can crush it. So let's get to it.
Awesome. Well, Jamie, why don't, speaking of getting two things, why don't we get on the line? We have Angela on the line right now. Hi, Angela, and welcome to RMTV. Thanks for coming on. We are fortunate here at RMTV and Ritual Motion to know you because we work closely with you. But for our community, it would be great if you want to just tell them a little bit about who you are and, you know, where you're from and how you got involved.
Yeah. Well, hi, I'm Angela Rutledge. I'm a graphic designer, and I'm actually based in Concord, North Carolina. I started working with and talking to you guys, Ritual Motion, when you guys first launched your Indiegogo campaign with build your own glove design. And that was the first thing I did with you guys, was build a design for my husband. But after I did that, I actually reached out to Fred, who you worked with before, and I started a conversation with him. And I'm like, hey, if you guys ever need some design help, I'm more than happy and I'm available. And from there, it's just blossomed into a really awesome relationship with you guys. And now I get to help work on gloves and a lot of other things.
Yeah, I will say, Fred was, you were awesome find from Fred. And Fred is still with us, but now he's behind the camera a lot and helping out from the production side. So I know a lot of fans always ask, where's Fred? So we'll give occasional updates on that. But Angela, one, you know, a lot of people may not know that you really helped with designing the Playing for Pride skins, which were and still are one of our best sellers with regards to that. And now we're really excited that you're helping us along with Varsity Votes. You want to talk a little bit about, you know, the Playing for Pride and what you're thinking about potentially for the Varsity Vote skins?
Yeah, Playing for Pride was really fun because we started with kind of a base design, but in doing that, I had to go in and reformat it for a template that we use to actually build the gloves, because when we do it, we build it flat. So you have to kind of work your creative brain around how to make a 2D object into a 3D design. And with Playing for Pride and even Transform in Motion, those were both really fun to do because working with the layers, you had to be able to line it up correctly. And even after that, we ended up moving on to making shirts and hoodies and stuff. And I even have a hoodie with me here. But that whole process was just something new and interesting to learn. And for Varsity Votes, I'm even more excited for that because it's to help encourage people to get out and vote. But I get to have a hand and a part in that of encouraging people to go out and do that. So design-wise, I'm excited to see, we were talking about maybe doing something with the Constitution or Rosie the Riveter, like really powerful, inspiring messages to help people get out there and do what they need to do.
Yeah, we're really excited about the whole Varsity Votes and the initiative behind it. But, Angela, also, I think a lot of folks would love to hear, because a lot of folks out there, right, they're creative, they're designers, and they may not really be doing so. What really inspires you? Is there any sort of artists that you follow that kind of inspired you along the way?
Yeah, with doing graphic design, you really pull from a whole bunch of different styles to get new ideas, like Art Nouveau and boho and just a whole bunch of stuff. The world is essentially your canvas. If I had to pick one artist I tend to follow, rest in peace now, but his name is Leonid Afremov, and he does some really, really beautiful color work and painting. And most people don't even think like painting versus graphic design. Graphic design is very digital and hands-on and text and stuff, and painting is like the complete opposite spectrum. But if you're able to go in and pull from like all the different fields, you can really have a very diverse view for graphic design.
Yeah, I think that's great, because we all are inspired by different mediums and different designers and artists. I think the other really thing cool, Angela, is once again, you're doing what you love to do, and you're getting paid to do it. And if there's any sort of advice you have out there, because I know a lot of our community right now, they're hustling, right? They may be doing side gigs, they may be doing side jobs, but they're not really doing what they're passionate about. And I always love talking to folks and entrepreneurs who kind of turn their passion and into really a living. And maybe it'd be great just to give some folks just a couple little tips on how to do that, how to get from that daily grind and hustle into doing something that's, what you really are passionate about.
Yep. The biggest thing I can offer is just keep at it. Whether you're doing art, whether you're doing design, people always say, oh, how do I become a great drawer? I want to be able to draw like the professionals. Practice is a big thing, just making sure you're keeping at it. In our field, it's kind of hard to just kind of put your resume out there when everybody else has portfolios and resumes. So really building connections with people helps a lot too. But if you're passionate in what you do and you love what you want to do, the common quote from my dad is, if you do what you love, you never work a day in your life. And I find that's really true, especially with doing the gloves and stuff for you guys.
That's great. Yeah, and we're so happy and really honored to be working with you. We will definitely have below your contact information, and really encourage anybody out there that's looking for an amazing designer, that's looking for a graphic designer. We love.
I got you.
We love sharing the wealth here, so absolutely they can reach out to you and touch base. And that's it, Angela. I really appreciate you taking the time. I know you've been super busy with everything. And we can't really tease any more about Varsity Votes, but that will be next week. We'll be launching those skins, and we have a really exciting another event coming up with Playverse that we partnered with. I know you're designing some skins for their Summer Showdown, so we're really excited about the Playverse Summer Showdown and some of the skins we're going to be customizing for them also.
Yep, everybody definitely keep an eye out for new designs, and especially just on the website. With new holidays and stuff coming up, you always got to be prepared. You never know when something new is going to go.
Yeah, and any suggestions the community has, they know the email address. It's rmtv@virtualmotion.com. If you have any suggestions for designs you'd like to see on skins, reach out to us and we'll get that to Angela and we'll go from there.
Yep. You might see your design on a pair of gloves.
That's right. All right, Angela, listen, thank you once again for hopping on with this. We really appreciate it. And I just hope you have a great day.
Thanks, Dana. You guys too.
Got some pretty cool things in this week's Esports Weekly Update, starting with the League of Legends Championship. The World Championship will be held in Shanghai as originally planned, and all stages will be played in the city. More details are to come. They don't know if they're going to have one hub for it, like hockey and basketball have done with their bubble, or they're going to be spread out across the city, but it will take place in Shanghai. We also have former NBA player Marcin Gortat invested in the Polish Esports League. That's a 3-year-old competitive league that really focuses around Counter-Strike, Hearthstone, and a few other games, Overwatch, Rocket League, stuff like that. The details of the investment have not been released yet, but that's pretty big for basketball or Marcin Gortat and the Polish Esports League. And last but not least, the National Hockey League and Toronto Maple Leaf star Mitch Marner is actually the newest brand ambassador for the Overactive Media Group. So he's going to be focusing on building the brand as well as promoting esports across Canada. So that should be interesting to see.
Thank you, Jamie, for that update. That was amazing as always. Once again, anyone, it's all about collaboration. If you see down below, you can shoot us an email. Check out all of our social media channels. There will be a lot more updates on Varsity Votes. I hope everyone has a great week. Be well. Peace.